Shalom, I'll give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH, double honors to the elders and apostles, giving the story, teaching this truth and sincerity, citation to the overall, let that spread out for Christ in there. Alright, so I'm back with another word of today. Alright, so today's word is endure, right? Endure, right? So we are almost entered into the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of great tribulation, the time of great calamity, and the time of great wickedness, like never before seen on the planet Earth. Worse than the days of Noah. Worse than any times. Worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Worse than any time on Earth, right? So you know we that are in the truth, right? The few believers and the few sisters, us that are in the truth, we have to endure these times. We have to pray continuously. We have to endure. We have to endure and to make our call and election sure, right? We have to endure because you know the times that we're the times that we're going in, is the only way we're gonna be saved out of these times by you know YAHAWASHI, right? So whatever we're going through right now, we have to endure, the temptations, we just have to keep going. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep fighting. Remember, this race is not for the swift, nor for the wise, nor for the strong, right? So I got the word endure here, which in English, it means endure. In English, in Hebrew, it means you call. You call, right? You call. Let me get it right here. You call, right? You call. Yeah, you call. Right, my Hebrew isn't that good, but you call, right? Hebrew, which means to undergo or suffer, right? To undergo, in the etymology means to undergo or suffer, um, harden, to make hard, right? Bear, tolerate. Um, you have it in the Latin to harden the heart against, right? That's what the Yahweh he's hardening our heart, right? He's making us strong, right? Strong minded, right? All right, so I'm gonna bring out some precepts. I'm gonna start here with James chapter 1 and verse 1, and reads, it was testing of faith. James, a servant of the Messiah and of the Lord Yahushua to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, right? So this is to the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanic, so-called so-called Ishkars, so-called Mexicans, West Indians, right? So this is to the 12 tribes of Israel. My brethren, count all joy. James chapter 1 verse 2. My brethren, count all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, right? So let's go to that word, diverse. Which in the Greek is pronounced pokilos. Pokilos in Greek. So the definition is variegated, a various sorts, manifold. So basically, going to when you fall into like when you going through different things, right? It could be, 1 minute you might have something going, you might the mind might be plaguing, then you might be physically plaguing, financially plaguing, that there's just different, things they're going to, right? different things you might be going through. You might be being plagued in your mind. You might be physically plagued, financially plagued. Just different things you might be going through. James chapter 1 verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Right? It's the trying of your faith working patience. So we have to be patient. Right? We have to be patient. We have to pray. And we have to fear Yamashasha, right? We have to believe that Yamashasha is going to, save us and going to deliver us from the um, penalty, from the things that we might be going through, right? Uh, we have to believe that, right? We have to be patient, right? Yamashasha, he might not do things right away, but he is, he hears our prayers, right? He might not save us from what we're going through, like, and just like that, but um, when we he might save us when we least expect it. So it just we have to be patient, right? James chapter 1 verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, right? So I'm gonna get that to a different translation. Um, NLT. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and completed, needing nothing. All right. NIV. Let perseverance finish its work, so that ye might be mature and completely, not lacking nothing. Right. So what we're going through, right? Um, what we're going through is ultimately to make us stronger, right? To you know, make us strong-minded, right? CSP. And let endurance have its full effect, so that ye may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. Right. So we have to endure, right? And when we endure, it make us stronger. It make us. We have to be patient. It make us, you know, become a new person. The afflictions we endure, right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13 reads, But he that shall endure to the end, the same should be saved, right? So this is going back to the end of this world, right? Um, the end of Wiki E Kingdom, right? So in order to endure to the end, we have to constantly, you know, pray. We have to constantly, ask for mercy. We have to constantly ask for deliverance, right? Um, and we have to endure the art we have to endure our own afflictions, right? We can be so caught up into this world, and we can have our mind wrapped around the cares of this life, right? you know because this world, it will swallow you up, right? It will definitely swallow you up. So we can't, you know our goal is to ultimately get delivered, right? um and to get saved. uh, so this is Proverbs chapter 24 verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief, right? So a just man, a righteous man, will, he, he ultimately, he might fall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, but ultimately, he put on his armor, he put on his he put on his he bear his sword, he bear his cross, right? And he follow Yabashasha, he continue walking Yabashasha, right? That's a just man, right? But you also got to think that that 7 goes back to a complete number of times, so he will fall for a complete number of times. That will not kick him out of the truth, right? So that 7 times, that number 7 goes back to the word complete. Um, so that just man, he will fall for a complete number of times. um, um, which he won't ultimately he will still be in the truth. Um, right. So that word complete goes back to the Hebrew or Shabbat, right? Shabbat. Um, and when you look at Hebrew, seven goes back to the you know, Shabbat, Shabbat. And you have it here, seven, um, Shabbat, right? So that's a complete number of times. He's he continued, but he still continued to walk with Yahweh. We have some brothers who completely fall out of the truth, right? And they completely fall like they're Yahweh not dealing with them. But you have brothers who are in the truth who going through temptations, and sometimes they might fall out, or they might fall, or they might just give into that temptation, but they get back up, right? But they're not kicked out of the truth. The Holy Spirit is still working with them. Because we are in the fleshly body, so we're not gonna be perfect. We gonna we gonna fall. But of falling, it won't kick us out of the truth. Um, and so I'm gonna read it again. The 16th verse: For a just man falleth 7 times, right? So they complete number of times and rise up again, right? So he just man rises up again. The Holy Spirit's still working with him. But the wicked shall fall into mischief, right? So the wicked shall fall into mischief, right? So the ultimately, um, they going back to a brother who might, who might wasn't his truth, for 5 plus year, 10 plus year, and he completely fall out, right? And he completely, he fall into mischief, right? So ultimately, Yahweh Shah was dealing with them on some level, but he's not a part of the elect, right? The elect, they will be the one that fall and get back up, and they will be saved at the end. So, you know, whether today is endure, I will give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Until the next time, we'll say Shalom.